All right, guys, keeping it along with the spooky theme. I'm going to talk about a little bit something less than flattering about Austin, and that is dead bodies. Ladybird Lake, it's a dammed up part of the Colorado River here. Runs right through the middle of Austin. Great for paddleboarding, great for cycling, great for walking, jogging, outdoor needs. You can rent canoes, paddle boards. You can swim on, everybody that's heard of Austin has heard of Barton Springs Pools, one of the oldest pools in Texas, man-made, where they pulled up part of the river. Natural spring water lake, stays all year round, around 67 degrees, I believe. Very, very great time for summer, very popular. Or even in winter, if you just want to do your cold plunges. Everybody knows a good cold plunge is good for the soul. But something not so flattering regarding that waterway. It's these dead bodies that have been washing up. Austin has had numerous dead bodies. I'm going to play a little clip for you regarding these dead bodies, or not dead bodies, but the bodies that they found in Austin, Texas, and Ladybird Lake. And then we'll talk a little bit about them.
The Ladybird Lake deaths have caught people's attention with speculation surrounding the possibility of a serial killer, but investigators have found no reason to believe that. There have been at least 38 bodies found in or around Ladybird Lake since 2022, wild, according to data obtained by Fox 7. Of those, 30 were male.
Insane. From 2022,
about 60% were between the ages of 30 and 49. Only 2 of them were teenagers, including the body found on Tuesday.
All right, so that graph right there, what leads me to believe, because the majority of the cases are people between 30 and 49. I don't want to say there's like a serial killer involved. We also can't say that somebody with ill intentions isn't involved in some of these. I don't think they're all from the same person. I think some of them are probably accidents. Definitely that 13% 65 plus. Very easy to, go swimming. You think you can swim in your 60s, you don't want to put on your life vest. Always recommend a life vest if you're not like a very avid swimmer. But I don't think they're all from like serial killer. But I can only assume with that many, there's got to be somebody out there acting up, at least one person.
Another paddleboarder was here out on Ladybird Lake and notified us that it appeared that an individual was deceased and floating on Ladybird Lake.
While the latest body to surface in the lake has not been identified yet, Austin police believe it's likely the teenager who went missing on Sunday. He was paddleboarding and kayaking with his family. We're told he got off to stand in shallow waters, but unknowingly was near an underwater shelf, which is a sudden drop-off in the lake.
At some point during their paddleboarding session, one of the individuals went missing from their family.
He stepped or slipped off and never resurfaced. His backpack and life jacket were still on the board.
The individual that we have today is wearing the same clothes as the person that was reported missing Sunday evening,
making him at least the 7th body of 2025 in Ladybird Lake. In the past 3 years, the causes of death have mainly been attributed to accidental drownings. Second is suicide, as well as drug overdoses and natural causes. Only 1 case has been ruled a murder. About half a dozen of these cases remain unknown. The Austin Police Department continues to reiterate that there's no reason for them to believe these deaths are connected. Yeah, police have no reason to suspect any foul play, and there weren't any trauma wounds found on the corpse of this most recent body. I'm reporting live at Ladybird Lake. Katie Pratt, Fox 7 Austin News.
7 bodies on 2025 alone. I don't know about y'all, but 7 bodies is so excessive. I mean, Austin is also a very touristy area as well. Big tech industry here, film industry up and coming. It's grown a lot. I think a lot of people don't realize that they're not as good as swimmers as they think they are. Also, like some parts of this lake, it's not a lake, river, but they dammed it up and they call it a lake. I think part of it sometimes is people just get stuck. They try to dig out. By the time they dig out of the muddy areas, they get tired. Then they try to swim and start passing away. But to be honest, the lake goes all the way to Mansfield Dam. Mansfield Dam is the biggest dam here in Austin. North of that dam, you have Lake Travis, so everything below that goes all the way to Ladybird Lake. I think there's like another floodgate on the way, but most of these people that are being found, because it is Ladybird Lake and it starts past that second floodgate, which is by Lakeway. I think most of these people, man, people that are drunk, they paddleboard, kayak, drink too much, fall in the water, freak out. Definitely have big rules regarding swimming and paddling, and now you got to have some sort of light to be seen. But, man, just wear your vest, And also, when you're jogging at night, this is such a ridiculous thing that I hate that people do here in Austin. And I'm sure they do it in other places when they're jogging and running around, is that they put both of their headphones on. Like, why are you putting your headphones on, both headphones, especially when you're jogging at night? Like, don't become a target on purpose. You understand? Like, don't. It's late at night already. Even if it's like 8, 9 o'clock, barely just got dark, the least you can do is be aware of your surroundings. Like, you don't need to have over-the-head headphones. One Bluetooth in your ear will be fine. Leaving one ear open when you're wearing a headpiece. Like, be reasonable with yourself, There's plenty of bad people out here. Don't make it easy for them to target you, okay? That just goes for even daytime. People ride bicycles during the day. Absolutely hate. I like to ride my bicycle a lot, do different hours, but it's a lot of fun here. Austin has an immense amount of trails, paved and dirt trails, but I hate when it's busy and you're riding your bicycle and you're trying to give somebody heads up you're coming behind them, and they have both ears plugged. Like, how selfish you have to be not to even think that somebody's not hauling ass behind you or trying to move. Like, yo, don't run. Don't walk in the middle of the path. Right side. Just like driving. Get on the right side or get on the left side the opposite way. Oh, man, like, is it too much to ask not to wear both headphones? Just a tip. I mean, come on. It's just ridiculous. So, but yeah, Austin, you got to be careful. Be careful everywhere. But these dead bodies are wild. A lot of them wash up in the same area.